Happy Sunday.
Hi,
I'm Amy,
and I'm Carly.
and this is Raising Each Other. So today is Sunday, and we are bringing you not a topic specifically. We're just kind of doing a Sunday fun day, little bonus episode. Because I think since people have listened to our first drop of our first
Our
episode,
grocery store episode.
yeah, they
They,
miss us
they
and they
want
want to
more?
they want more. We've gotten some pretty cool feedback.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in comments, but texts on the
Yeah,
side
our
and
Snapchats on the side.
yeah, and
I got a video from my one guy friend, and he was like, I'm at work and I just listened to your podcast. And he was like, it was so funny.
yeah. So and our views and our follows are consistently growing,
Yeah.
so that's kind of weird. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
It's
This
fun to look at every. I'm like, Mom, what's our views at?
I know
Or
it
our
to
listens?
watch the analytics has been kind of fun, and it's always the funnest to actually record.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I would have never thought I would think that this is so much fun, but it really
I
is.
know. We haven't recorded since Wednesday, and I've been dying. I'm like, I just want to talk.
So before we get started in our little game that we're gonna play today,
Hmm.
Carly has some awesome things to talk about.
So I think we're gonna do a giveaway for this, to get people involved, get people talking, get people sharing our stuff. So I think we're gonna do a $10 Amazon giveaway. Who doesn't love free money to Amazon? I order there at least once or twice a week. So it'll be a $10 Amazon gift card giveaway. This giveaway will end on Tuesday, the 3rd of March. I'm probably going to announce it sometime in the evening. I'm going to guess it'll be like 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, somewhere around there. So just make sure you've listened to it by midday on Tuesday. There is some rules or like how to enter. You must follow us on Instagram. That is raising.eachother on Instagram. We'll probably have it linked somewhere in the caption of this recording so that way you can have that. And then you must also share like the post I make on Instagram. On your Instagram story is fine. And then for the third one, you just must comment on the Sunday Funday bonus podcast. So you'll need to comment on the Spotify. I think you can comment on Apple too. Or I guess even if you leave us a review, I'd probably count that. That's fine too, because I'm not sure how you leave comments on the Apple podcast part. We're still learning.
Yeah, we
So
are definitely still learning. I
so, yeah, so as long as you comment or something along that nature, you can probably comment on Instagram too. I'll just be going through it, making sure you did, all three of those, and then you'll be put into a pool, or I don't know how I'm gonna draw it. I'll figure that out. But that will end on the 3rd of March. So make sure you are in there on that.
Okay, well, that sounds like amazing fun, and thank you, Carly, for organizing that and seeing that whole process through. Because, as mentioned before, although it's on a episode that has not aired yet, um, I suck at that kind of stuff. So, Carly is the actual marketing manager of this podcast.
You're like the analytics manager, and I'm the social media manager.
Yes, yes, I appreciate that. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our game, and
Yep.
we're gonna encourage listeners to play our game with
Yes.
us.
Yeah. So with that, like the giveaway, like you can comment. We're gonna play Would You Rather. I guess we can just say it.
Yes.
Like, and that's a super fun game. I don't know who has never not played that game before. So you can comment on our podcast what your picks are and why or whatever.
So the other cool thing about this Would You Rather game is I thought up a couple questions that I'm going to ask Carly, and she thought up a couple questions that she's going to ask me, and neither one of us know.
Our
We haven't
questions.
talked about the
You're
questions,
gonna
and
get our
I
raw.
specifically did questions because I know Carly pretty well.
Mhm.
So it seemed like everything I kept thinking of asking, like I'm like, oh, I already know the answer to that. So I picked questions that I'm not sure how you would answer.
Yeah.
So this should be pretty interesting. Um, do I go first because the
Yeah.
oldest always goes first,
Yeah,
or
sure. Yeah, I
okay,
guess you can go first.
okay. So I'm gonna go first with a would you rather question for Carly. So Carly, would you rather go back 10 years and relive a day or two, or go forward 10 years and experience a day or two in your future?
My one of my questions is similar to this. That's funny you picked this.
Great minds think alike,
I
honey.
know. Um, I don't know. I think it would be cool to go in the future and see what like
Like 10 years from now.
yeah, cuz I'd be 33.
Yeah. So is
Or
that
go
your
back 10 years.
or go back and relive a day or two?
Hmm.
Like if you could pick your day. Like I know you could think back 10 years and be like, "Oh, we
Yeah,
were
and
doing
I would
this."
have been 13.
It would have been 2016. So would you rather go back
I
and
think I'd rather go forward.
you would?
Yeah, because 10 years ago I would have been 13 and I don't know what I would have done 10 years ago that would have been that exciting. I mean, I was like hormonal and shit. Like,
Yeah, I would probably rather you go forward. I don't really want you to go back to 13, but from my perspective, being your mom, I think I would rather go back.
yeah, which makes sense for you, I feel like.
Yeah. I feel like I would rather go back and relive a day or two with you girls growing up and
Yeah,
just for me, I would rather do that because I also feel like if I suddenly time warped to 10 years from now, like what if I found myself like laying in a hot desert next to cactuses, like
that would suck.
dehydrating or something? And
Well,
then,
unless you're going to Arizona anytime soon,
but like, what if I found myself in this predicament that, like,
you're like, well,
how the
shit.
hell did I get here? Because I wouldn't know if I just like kind of
Yeah.
time warped. How the hell did I end up in a desert, you know, barely clinging to life, basically dehydrated with the hot sun on
Yeah,
me?
like if we went boom right now, like while we're recording.
Yeah, like
And
if that's where I'm at in 10 years, and then I would come back to live my normal life and think, okay, in
how did
10
the
years,
fuck did I get
how the
there?
how the fuck did I get there? And then I would be worried about it for the next 10 years. Like, how am I?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a fun question though because yeah, but I wouldn't want to go back, but I think it's because like I don't mean to call you old, but like I haven't lived as long as you. So like 13 years ago for me, I would have just been like a snotty teenager. Like
Yeah,
so like 10 years forward for me, I'd be like, okay, what does my life look like in 10 years?
yeah, yeah,
Like do I have kids? Do I have I bought my own house? Where do I live? Like
and probably if I got asked that question in my early 20s, I probably would say, yeah, show me 10 years from now.
like
Where am I going to be?
what is me and my husband like what do we look like what do we
Yeah, that's interesting.
yeah, that's a fun one.
That is a fun one. So, anybody who's listening, what would you rather do? Would you rather go back 10 years and
Yeah.
relive some really cool moments,
It's
or go forward 10 years and find out where you're going to be in 10
yeah,
years?
it's really cool because I think we have a lot of listeners who are like my age
Mm-hmm.
or your age. So
Yeah.
are people your
Well,
age
that really
also
is our target
thinking
audiences, is both of our
right?
generations. Yeah. So that would really be
But like
interesting.
if Grammy's listening, she's probably like, yeah, I'd rather go back 10
Oh,
years.
grandma's definitely going back 10 years
So
to relive moments.
yeah, so yeah, I think it'll really depend on the age. But I mean, some people my age maybe would like to go back to 10 years ago and be like, hey, this is what I know. Like, this is what your life is going to look like when you're 23.
Yeah.
So prepare.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting because, like, at what age does that threshold change
Right,
of where you'd rather go back or would you rather go forward?
right.
Yeah.
That one's
So,
really fun. Okay, well, I have more of like a on a lighter topic kind
okay.
of one. So mine is would you rather have a tattoo of the last book you read or the last TV show you watched?
A
And I guess,
tattoo of the last book I read
yeah,
or the last TV show I watched.
yeah.
In this particular instance, I am gonna go with probably the last TV show I watched because actually just yesterday, I watched an episode of House of the Dragon,
Okay.
Game of Thrones. You
Mhm.
know, I'm a Game of Thrones. Um, and like I can literally just watch that shit over and over and over and over
Yeah.
again. So, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that because there would be some pretty cool tattoos that you could do with that.
Yeah.
Um, and the last book that I read was um actually called Crucial Conversations, and that would be
You'd have
kind of
like a chat bubble or something.
that would be like a really stupid tattoo.
Yeah, that would be
So
kind of dumb.
yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the TV show.
Yeah, that would be true. I'm trying to think the last book I read. I was trying to think of this when I wrote this one. It was probably some spicy smut book I read, so I probably wouldn't want a tattoo of it.
Yeah, it would
Um
be like porn. Not that you read porn, but like those books you read are
they're pretty raunchy.
they're basically porn.
So my last TV show I watched, it would be Yellowstone. So I'd probably have the Yellowstone brand somewhere, like Yellowstone.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah,
We
on my
need to do
chest or
we'll
something.
have to do a whole podcast on Yellowstone
Yeah, I
because
love
that's just or
Yellowstone.
TV shows in general, just kind of review.
Oh, actually, that's probably a lie because I watched Yellowstone yesterday, but then I watched Bluey this morning,
Oh, you'd
so
have
I
to
could
get
have Bluey.
you could get a Bluey tattoo.
Yeah,
That'd be
that'd be
adorable.
so cute. I could get both.
Okay, so viewers, tell us, or listeners, I shouldn't say
I
viewers.
know. I always say
Nobody's
viewers.
freaking viewing
I know.
us.
I'm so
Gosh. Um, and probably not for a while. Just side note,
yeah.
I guess podcasts are really cool when there's video with them,
Yeah,
but
that's what
like,
my sister said.
yeah, I'm like, who wants to look at me?
Yeah, you
Um,
definitely don't want to look
and
at.
I always listen to podcasts driving down the road. Like, I'm certainly not watching video as I'm driving down the road.
Yeah.
So for me, audio is better, but whatever. Anyhow, that was getting down in the weeds there. But we would love our listeners to tell us, would you rather have a tattoo of the last book you read or a tattoo of the last show you watched?
And I guess it wouldn't matter if where the placement was. Like, it's not my question's not specific for placement. It's not like it's on your forehead.
Oh, yeah.
So like either one, I guess,
Yeah.
would be fine. But
Okay. Well,
whatever you
let
think.
us know. Okay, so Carly, your next would you rather question is, would you rather be lost, assuming that you're walking,
Okay.
you're not driving, would you rather be lost alone at night in a rough area of a big city or lost walking alone at night in the woods?
Yeah, definitely the woods. Both would freak me the fuck out because I do not like the dark. If you know me, I have to have like a night light. I have to have the TV going when I'm asleep. Like, I
Well,
don't
there
like
would
the dark.
probably be more light in the city.
Yeah, but like homeless people? Like, I would not want to, like, when I walked the downtown streets of Nashville, now it wasn't very dark because it was like lit up,
Yeah, there's
Broadway
lots
was
of
lit.
lights there, so you'd be safer, right?
No. Like, or I'm trying to think back to the time when we went to that Cincinnati Reds game, and I
Yes.
was like 4 or 5. Oh no, I was probably like 8.
Yes.
That's what I think of, and I'm like, no, like your boss had to come save us because you were on a work trip, and
Yes, and it was me, and we weren't necessarily alone. It was me, grandma,
mhm,
you, you and your sister, and but so I was naturally the leader of the pack, the one
right,
that had to make sure everybody got back safely.
yes, but it was dark. I mean, there was
It
street
was dark,
lights,
and
but
we got very very lost in downtown Cincinnati at night, and it was probably one of the most scariest things I've been
yeah,
through because I was still holding your sister. I think she may have been like 3.
right. So I've been like 7, and I
Um,
remember it and being like,
and we got approached a couple times, and it was incredibly scary. And I thought about that when I was writing this question. I was like,
that's funny
yeah,
that you
I
thought of that because that's instantly when you read that. I was like, that's exactly what my brain went. I was like, I remember being 7 and being like fight or flight. Like I remember like those
yes,
instincts kicking in early, and I was like, okay, like we're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah,
Like,
it was definitely a very, very scary moment, and I've also been lost in the woods alone, but,
mhm,
like, not far from somebody, but
right,
really gotten turned around. It's so easy to get turned around in the woods, and it
right,
was not at night, but hands down, 100% of the time, I would rather be lost in the woods than in the city,
right,
like, alone.
right.
And that kinda goes back to that trending question from a couple years ago. Would
Mhm,
you rather be alone in the woods with a bear or alone in the woods with a man?
right,
A bear,
right,
100% of the time.
right.
Like, there's no circumstance where I'd rather have
Like, I'd
a
rather
man.
be
I mean,
mauled.
unless it was absolutely my husband.
Right, right,
Like,
right, or, like, my dad, like,
yeah.
or,
Like,
like, even grandpa or something, like,
yeah, yeah. But
I'd have to be able to pick the man, but,
100% of the time, I'll take the bear.
right,
And I will take the woods over a big city.
yes.
So, yeah, there's that.
But it's funny because some people might prefer the big city. They're like, "Well, there's people," but to me, I'm like, "But I don't trust anybody."
I don't trust people either.
So,
So, yeah.
yeah, that's a fun one. All right. Well, I guess we'll go to mine. But I guess for our listeners, I got it right. I didn't say viewers. I almost did though. For our listeners, what would you pick?
Yeah. Is it the city or is it the woods?
Yeah. It's a
Well, whatever it is for you, we love you all and
yes.
in your comments and just interested in the different perspectives on that.
Yes. Okay, my question is kind of like your first question. That's funny. Okay. So would you rather go back to the age 10 with everything you know now? Like everything that you know and you would go back to the age 10 and restart from age 10, or know everything your future self will learn. Know now like everything that your future self will learn. So like from now you're 40. How old are you?
I'm 44.
Okay, 44. Would you rather know everything now?
So what I find incredibly interesting about this, the way it's worded, it's similar to what I asked you,
Yeah.
and I answered that a very certain way.
Yeah.
I'd go back. I'd go back and relive, a few days from 10 years ago. Okay, we got there. Um in this situation, I think I would want to go forward.
Okay.
I would rather know.
What the future holds.
I think that's where I'm headed with this. Um, because I don't know that I want to go back to 10 years old and relive everything I know now.
Right. But like you would know like okay, I'm going to have a daughter at 21 and I'm going to have another daughter at whatever and we're going to live in this house and like
And know all that at the age of 10.
yeah, like that's a lot to consume at the age of 10.
Yeah, in this one I think I'm going forward. Um I If I could know everything I would know for the rest of my life now.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah, for me,
Because
I'm
I
kind of
really
doing the
love, like,
opposite as
learning
well.
new things and, like, growing as a person,
Mhm.
and so I wouldn't want that to be gone.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good one. But I think for the sake of the podcast and the sake of not taking too much of our listeners' time,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with going forward.
Yeah. Which is interesting because it's almost the opposite of the last question, like of your question. And for me, it's kind of the same. Like, I think I would rather go back. Like,
You would?
now I'm going back. Like, now I'm going back to the age 10 and being like, okay, up until you're 23. But for me, that was only 13 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one, though. But the way
Yeah.
you worded it is different than what
Yeah,
I
because yours is
asked.
only experiencing a couple days.
Right.
For me, you're just reliving those however many years. But you're reliving them, but you're not really reliving them. You will, but you're really not because you're going to know everything that comes forward.
Right.
Like you'd be telling 10-year-old Carl, or I'd be telling 10-year-old Carly, like, hey, at 19 you're going to be engaged, and at 20, like that's like, oh, that's 9 years away. Like,
But I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I I I have 0 regrets. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't go back and, like, I don't
Trying to change it?
I don't think I would try to change a
No, I would
damn
just
thing.
yeah.
I really wouldn't. I just was all of it good? Hell
Mm,
no. But I would never, like I would never be the person I am today if I didn't experience all the things that I experienced during that time, so I
right.
wouldn't go back and change anything.
But for you, I feel like, I mean, that was a lot of years ago. And so, like, there's a lot you're telling your 10-year-old self.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay, this, like work and, you know, school and kids and marriage and whatever
Yeah, I
else,
mean,
like,
my
and
10-year-old
everything
self
before.
had just moved to where we are now, to
Mhm.
small town Ohio, and I think back to that and
It would have
it was
been
all
very or
good, like, it was all good, it wasn't that it was bad, it's just
I feel like it'd be very overwhelming for your 10-year-old self. Like,
I
for me,
don't
I don't think it would be that. I mean, it would be okay,
yeah,
that's not that far away.
yeah, so that's crazy how we answered that so differently. So, let's ask our
Yep.
listeners, would you rather
Would you rather go back to the age 10 with everything that you know right now, or know now everything your future self will learn? Which one are you picking?
let us know in the comments? Um, with that, I think, that gives
A lot of people
that gives everybody plenty to
listen to, and
get some feedback on and give us
yes.
their answers
Yes,
and
that's
see what
very
they say.
exciting. Yeah, I'm super excited to listen to everybody's views and comments on these questions.
Yes.
Um,
So this has been a very fun Sunday
Experience.
fun day
Yes.
and really excited. Don't forget, the next episode, I am going to say that the title of it is Bumper Humpers and Roundabouts. That's what will be coming out on Wednesday this week. Looking forward to it.
Yes.
So make sure you tune in and listen.
Yes, that'll be a fun one to listen to, probably if you're driving too.
Yes, for
And
sure.
we recorded it while we were driving.
Yeah, that was
So if the
fun.
audio might be a little bit off, that might be why. I'm not
I've listened
sure.
to it. It
It's okay.
it's okay. I think it sounds
Okay.
fine.
Well, stay tuned and make sure you get into that giveaway, though. I'll be posting that here as soon as this goes live.
Fantastic.
Bye.
Bye.